Miller in the morning, and let's see. It's also a big weekend of comedy at the Funny Bone Comedy Club at Pullman Square in Huntington. It's actually a huge weekend of comedy. Wouldn't you agree, Dave?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, huge.
Who's
huge
coming
weekend.
in?
Some guy named Dave Coulier.
Oh, boy. Never heard of him.
He was in a TV show. What was the name of that thing? Was it Facts of Life? Was that it?
Facts of Full Matters?
It's Full House.
Full House. Never heard of it.
Full House, and that's you, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
know, every time I hear the voice of Burl Ives, it reminds me of those Rankin Bass little animated Christmas things where he was the snowman and he used to narrate.
And am I right when we watched those shows? Wasn't he and that character that he played, the snowman?
Yeah.
Didn't he ride down the hill on a Norelco razor?
I think he did. I think you're exactly right.
Yes. The Norelco razor,
yes.
I believe, was a sponsor.
Those were great ads. Yeah.
Sure. We're revealing just how old
we're going back.
We're going way back. Welcome to Huntington, by the way.
Thank you very much.
And not only is it a welcome to Huntington for you, but I'm pleased to say that you're wrapping up the year here in Huntington.
I am. Yeah. I still love doing stand up. I still enjoy getting out and performing live. And this is the last date of the year. So we were talking about my home state of Michigan earlier, and after that, I go to Michigan next week. So I'm going to see a couple of Red Wings games at Joe Louis Arena. So this is it. Winding down the year.
Got a lot of fans in Red Wing territory because of the fact I note in the show. See, I actually watched that show. Believe it or not.
Did you really?
I was a fan of that show.
Well, thank you.
You wore the Red Wings jerseys. You had the Red Wing poster on the wall and things
Tons
of that nature.
Yeah, and I worked all that stuff in, and that was before the NHL and all the advertisers and everybody would swamp in on you and say, no, you need to pay us a big royalty for that. So I used to sneak that stuff in there.
Kind of like Bill Cosby did with the sweatshirts.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And that kind of thing. Now, you started as, were you a voice guy? Is that where it kind of started for you? I started doing voices when I was a kid, and my brother and I used to lay in our bunk beds, and we used to do impressions of our family members and crack each other up. And I come from a huge Catholic family, and, that's what we did was we sat around and we either watched like Ed Sullivan or The Tonight Show, or we talked about comedians that were on TV. And your voice work, by the way, that you have done, and all of the voice characters that you do are part of your show that we'll see this week.
Yeah, I do a lot of the voice stuff, do some music. I talk about Full House a little bit, tell some observational things, and it's very eclectic, but and it's a clean show. Anybody can come to my show, Grandma and Grandpa.
And that's important.
Well, it's important to me. I came up the ranks of The Tonight Show back when Johnny Carson used to host, and if you wanted to get on The Tonight Show, you couldn't have any foul language back then. And I've always been involved in family entertainment since the Out of Control days, and then Full House and America's Funniest People. And it's just to me, funny is funny, and I just don't think you need the four-letter words to make it funnier.
Now, I read, and maybe I read wrong. Did you do some Jetsons work?
I did. When they brought the Jetsons back into syndication, they brought back the original cast. They brought back George O'Hanlon, who was the original George Jetson, and Mel Blanc and Dawes Butler, and so I got to work with
wife.
Absolutely. Yeah, Rastro. So I got to work with a lot of my heroes, Mel Blanc and Dawes Butler being two of them, and that was a real thrill to be a part of that show.
I hate to go back and keep referring to Full House since it's been so long ago, but I do have a question. Was there ever do you have any like collections, like toys and things that came from that show? Was there ever a Joey action figure?
There was. Well, there's a funny story about that. When they finally brought the show into syndication, of course, all the marketing kicked in, and so we had action figures, and then I always if you wanted Danny Tanner and the girls, you bought them as one set, and then Joey just came with the house. You had to buy an entire house.
Is that right?
So I called mine a no action figure because Jesse got all the action on Full House.
I see. Now I believe some of the stars of some old television shows are always bitter because of the fact that they become popular in syndication and they get nothing out of it. Whatever the deal was, you get anything out of reruns?
Oh, look at this outfit I'm wearing today. Are you kidding me?
Is that why you're out this weekend?
Yes, the Full House has been very, very good to me. No, it's you know what? It's a remarkable thing, because we did the show like you said, so many years ago. We started in '87 and ran through '95, and we did 192 episodes. And every time those doggone episodes air somewhere, we get a check, which is really nice. And I feel like the luckiest guy in the world because of that. Because most jobs you don't get that.
Yeah, yeah. And we should point out the fact that you're still so popular. We've even had children apparently stop by this morning who are should be in school.
Yeah. Wasn't she cute? She came in here.
Yeah, she came in. She's missing school just so she could meet.
Well, and that was the first thing I said. I said, "How come you're not in school?" And she said, "Well, I'm going right after this."
You have a website. You also, I believe, sell some particular items on your website too, right?
Yeah. There's some things there. It's DaveCoulier.tv, and actually, right now we've given away a no action figure
cool.
each month, and then people made videos that coincide with their action figure, and now people are voting, and then someone's going to win some money and dinner with me and tickets to one of my shows, so it's a great group of people that are very loyal, and it's a lot of fun with these videos. So you can see them if you go to DaveCoulier.tv.
DaveCoulier.tv, and you Twitter as well.
I Twitter, and so does the whole Full House gang. We all, me and Saget and Stamos and Candace Cameron, Jody Sweeten, Scott Weinger, Andrea Barber, we're all on there tweeting each other. And the funny thing is that the cast from Full House, we all stay in touch with each other. We all still hang out together. I know it's kind of it's kind of cheesy, but we all became this dysfunctional family off camera as well. And I just stayed with John Stamos up in New York for 3 days. He's on Broadway and Bye Bye Birdie, so we got to. It was like Joey and Jesse hanging out again, in New York City. But we've really kind of stayed together, which is a remarkable thing.
By the way, as we've told you this entire week, of course, Dave being in town, we have a pair of free tickets to the show. I just had the frog in my throat. Listen.
Yeah, it sounds like, I've got one too there. Sorry, Fozzie.
All right, 304-529-0979. We have a pair of tickets. I'm looking at it. Is that correct? One pair of tickets. One pair of tickets. Got that? VIP seats. Anything else that goes along with that? They get free cheese sticks or anything like that?
Laughter.
Do they get to meet
Laughter.
Dave? How about a free picture?
Yes,
with
afterwards.
Dave, right?
Yes, afterwards.
It's a meet and greet, right?
Yes.
All right, got that. 2 free tickets, Dave. and meet and greet.
A meet and greet after.
Let's throw some cheese sticks in there, too. What do you think?
Some cheese sticks. Look at that.
Come on.
What are cheese sticks these days? What's the overhead on cheese sticks? Come on.
All right,
I'll pick up the cheese
free
sticks.
Cheese sticks, meet and greet, and VIP seats for the show. What night are these for? Tonight's show.
For tonight, Thursday.
Tonight's show only. See, Dave Coulier from Full House. As a matter of fact, we'll let you talk to him. He'll answer the phone, and he'll take the caller. 304-529-0979. Remember, you must be able to go tonight to win. It's Kenny G. Dave, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Have a great weekend.
You too.